Well, the sequence of the golf swing, also known in the nerd world of golf instruction as the kinetic sequence, which is ultimately a long way of saying how your body is going to move in order. If you've ever thrown a ball, or you've ever hit a baseball or a tennis ball or thrown a frisbee, you've demonstrated the correct sequence of movements of your body to create the maximum speed with the most minimal amount of effort. I have a little number cue system that I like to use with my students that gives them a really clear picture of when and how parts are moving in sequence. So imagine this. From my belt to my shoulders is going to be number 1. From my belt to my feet is number 2. The pattern of movement in a golf swing is 1-2, 2-1. So what happens is this. Number 1 moves first, and the movement of number 1 recruits the movement of number 2. So number 1 is winding up number 2. Just like a pitcher on the mound in baseball, they are winding up their trail leg, and they're doing it by letting their upper body coil up to store energy in that right leg or your trail leg, one way or the other. Well, if number 1 winds number 2, and the downswing is the reverse order, where number 2 unwinds number 1. And in slow motion, it looked like this. So what I'm doing is I'm letting my top half turn and coil up and create storage of energy in my trail leg. That energy that's stored up, just like a pitcher or like a quarterback in football, is going to set up the unwinding action of my lower body. And as my lower body unwinds, what happens? It grabs my trunk or my torso. And then my torso goes only so far, and then it starts to pull my arms. Well, guess what my arms are attached to? The club. So if I can let number 1 wind number 2, and number 2 unwind number 1, I'm going to create the most efficient sequence to deliver the club to the golf ball every single time.